back to my channel. So in today's video, we are just going to do a little sit down chat, life update, get ready with me, and we're also going to be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Star Wedding palette. I showed this palette in a haul recently and you guys wanted to see a look with it, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I figured, you know, instead of making this video like, you know, more of a boring makeup tutorial, I figured we could just chat while I do my makeup and I'll tell you like what shades I'm using and all that stuff. I'm also a little nervous to be filming today because even though I got a brand new external microphone, I am still having issues with it cracking or crackling a little bit. Like after I'm done filming and I go back and replay the footage, there's like a little like sound that happens or like really quick cracks. I don't know if it's doing it right now. I have no way to tell if it's doing it until I'm done and replay the footage. You know, if anyone has a Rode video mic, that is the one that I'm using. It was like $150 and I'm using it on my Canon T7i DSLR camera. Again, I don't know if it's doing it right now. I have no idea. Fingers crossed that it's not, but if you can hear that, I am so sorry. I will do my best to try to edit out those little crackling sounds when I'm done, but yeah, so I am a little nervous to be filming right now because I have no idea what's going on. Today, I kind of want to do something that I haven't done in many years, and that is a cut crease. I have not done a cut crease in such a long time, and I figured with this palette, just because it's so like beautiful, I don't know, I just feel like a cut crease would look really nice. So I think that's what I want to try to do today, and that's my goal. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. It might turn out like absolute crap because I'm not a makeup artist, so I don't really know what I'm doing here, but yeah, I don't know. I figure we could just play around with makeup and try to do a cut crease with the Star Wedding palette. So let's go ahead and get going with it, and we'll talk about my life because, oh boy, that's been another issue lately. So I think what we're gonna do first is we're going to start cutting that crease. So I'm gonna go in with this shade up here in this top corner. Oh, this is like really hard to do. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go in with this one right here to start cutting that crease. This one is in the shade Committed, and that's the one we're gonna use to kind of rough in that crease a little bit. So I'm just gonna use an angled brush. I'm not worried about the quality, I'm just worried about like the look of it. Okay, so I'm just taking this right on the bone right above my crease, because a cut crease, the one thing I do know about it is you never actually put it in the crease, okay? It goes above the crease. For whatever reason, cut creases are always just so scary to do and to try. I don't know, they're very intimidating and they almost never look good until like the very end. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye, so going above my natural crease. Okay, and then to start deepening it up, I'm gonna go in with this shade down here. This one right here, this is in the shade I Do, and we're gonna go in and start deepening up that crease. And I'm just gonna take that on just this little tiny brush right here, and I'm just gonna start buffing that in. This year, 2023, has not been very good to me. It has been, quite frankly, a bit of a nightmare, and it honestly still kind of is. Basically everything, and I don't want to spend this like whole video complaining. It's honestly like a huge joke to me now because it's like, of course this would happen to me. So it actually all started on New Year's Eve. If you guys are like avid watchers of my vlogs, then you would know, I believe it was in December or November, something like that. I had to go into the dentist because I had to get a really big cavity filled, and I did that in a vlog, right? So if you guys watch my vlogs, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So then, exactly 15 days later, after that dentist appointment, It was the night of December 30th, so right before New Year's Eve. I was brushing my teeth before bed, and I was flossing, and the entire cavity, the entire filling popped off my tooth. So my whole tooth, the root was exposed. It was so painful. It was so sensitive. And, you know, normally, no big deal, right? Just go into your dentist and have it refilled and it's, you know, it's no longer a problem. Wrong. It was a holiday. It was New Year's. And there was absolutely nowhere I could go and absolutely nothing I could do. I was like, wow, we're really gonna end the year and start the year like this. Like, you guys, I don't even think you understand how much pain I was in. Like, having that whole entire filling pop off my tooth and just having that big gaping hole, it was so sensitive. It hurt so bad. So I called my dentist, like, emergency line, and they told me, like, oh, you know, it's not really considered an emergency. So we basically just set up an appointment for me to come in and get it fixed. So that was the first thing that happened, and thankfully they did not charge me for it. Thank God. I would have been so pissed if they did. But they didn't charge me for it because the filling literally popped off like 15 days later. Okay, so now we're gonna go in and kind of just buff this out before we go in and cut it. And I'm gonna use this shade down here. And this is in the shade Soulmate. And I'm just going to use that on a little fluffy blending brush. And we're just going to lightly start buffing this out and smoking it out. Yeah, thankfully on New Year's Eve, I was able to get myself drunk enough to the point where I couldn't feel the pain anymore. So that's basically what I did for New Year's Eve. But so I had to go and get my tooth fixed. Which really sucked because you guys know I don't like going to the dentist all that much. And then 2 weeks after that, my car decided to break down. My new car that I got literally not even a year ago yet. I mean, by the time you guys are seeing this video, it probably has been a year. But yeah, so I've only had the car a year, and you know, I've had a couple issues with it, nothing major. Like, I had a little bit of a coolant leak, and then this issue, which is the newest one, which we still technically haven't figured out what the heck it was. But basically, I don't want to fully get into it right now, but basically my car lost all acceleration control. So basically every time like I would come to a complete stop and go again, my accelerator wasn't working. We had no idea what it was. My first thought was, oh my God, it's the transmission, it's the fuel pump, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. And you know, when you have a car with a car payment and something goes wrong, like, there is no greater stress than that. So that happened 2 weeks after my tooth debacle. So 2 weeks go by and, you know, my car keeps breaking down. It keeps losing power. It's not going well. It's absolutely terrible. And we end up changing the alternator on it, thinking that might do something. And thankfully, so far, changing the alternator has worked. It hasn't done that weird issue since, but apparently it might have been the alternator, but I was dealing with that for 2 weeks. And then on top of that, both of my dogs tested positive for hookworms. So if you don't know what hookworms are, basically it is an intestinal parasite. It is contracted through feces on the outside soil. So whether they stepped in infected feces or they ingested infected feces with hookworms in it, you know, I don't really know. Because Avril had her very first dental, like her teeth cleaning. And in order to do that, they had to do blood work, a urine sample, a fecal sample, all this stuff to get her ready for the procedure. So I brought in her fecal sample thinking like, oh, you know, everything's going to be fine, nothing's wrong. And I get a call back from the vet and they're like, yeah, you know, Avril tested positive for hookworms. And I was like, and literally when I got that phone call, I was sitting on the side of the highway inside my broken down car right when I got that phone call. So I was like, what the hell? How did they get hookworms? Like, they're on, you know, Simparica Trio, which helps protect against hookworms, but they had to skip a month of the Simparica because it wasn't in stock. So I had to have them skip a month. So I'm like, go fucking figure. The 1 month that I have to skip and wait on flea and tick is the time that they get fucking hookworms. So hookworms are treatable. They're not dangerous or anything. I mean, they are dangerous if you don't treat them. But she was like, yeah, you know, since she tested positive for hookworms, there's more than likely a good chance that Jackal also has them. So I had to run to the vet and get both of my dogs Panacure, I think that's what it was called, which is basically an intestinal parasite powder stuff that I had to put in their food for 3 days. And I was just like, this has got to be a joke. First, my tooth, which, by the way, there's still something wrong with that tooth because they filled it it's good. Like, we're all good, but it's still really, really sensitive. I drink a cold beverage like this. Okay, and it's cold. I have to press right on that tooth and take a drink because if I don't and that cold liquid touches that tooth, it is the worst pain freaking imaginable. Okay, really quickly, before we cut it, I'm gonna just highlight the brow bone. For that, I'm going to use this shade up here. This one is called Star Vows, and I'm just gonna use that to highlight the brow bone. I'm just gonna use this little itty bitty brush. I was dealing with, you know, trying to get my dogs better, trying to get Avril prepared for her dental because she really needed a dental. Poor thing had to get 4 teeth pulled. I feel like such a bad dog mom, but she is a Pomeranian Chihuahua, and, you know, those are the 2 breeds notorious for really bad teeth. So, you know, it's not too surprising that she had to get 4 teeth pulled. They are getting their poop tested again soon to make sure that the hookworms are fully gone. And they also do have their flea and tick again. So I have no idea where they could have gotten hookworms from. I don't know if it was from one of our walks and they stepped in poop that had hookworms in it and came home and licked their feet. But I was like in shock because my dogs have never ever had, you know, any issues like that before. So I was like, what the frick? Like, you know, my tooth hurts, I'm sitting in my broken down car on the side of the highway, and my vet is calling and telling me that my dogs have hookworms. Like, I'm like... Okay, so here's what it's looking like right now. A little bit scary, but that is okay, because now we are going to go in and actually cut the crease. So for that, I'm going to use Q-tips and some makeup remover, or in this case, micellar water. And this is going to remove all of this down here that fell, and it's actually going to help us cut that crease. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've never done this technique before. I used to just use concealer to cut the crease, and that never really worked out too well for me. So I'm just gonna wet this Q-tip, and we're gonna go in, and again, right above. See what we're doing there? I might have actually cut it a little bit too high. Probably could have done lower, but that's okay. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. All right, and then I'm just gonna go in with just a pot concealer. This one is just by Artistry. And I'm just gonna start putting this all over the eyelid now. So I think I made like a major oopsie with this cut crease because I think I actually cut it too high. I think it's supposed to be down like right here instead of up here. So I think I actually like really screwed this up, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it because let's be honest, I think the last time I did a cut crease was at least 2 years ago, maybe even longer. I'm not very good at cut creases, but I will say the colors are actually really, really beautiful. I just cut it way too high. Okay, and then all over the eyelid a little bit and maybe up, maybe all over like this whole empty space here. I'm kind of feeling this one right here. This one, and this one is called Wedding Rings. It's a really nice kind of like peachy shimmery shade, and I'm just my brush just broke. No, it's okay, I have another. So I'm just going to take this very, very lightly because these are really, really pigmented, and I'm just going to lightly pack this all over the eyelid. Yeah, on top of all of that stuff, I've been dealing with like my audio issues for my channel. I've been dealing with YouTube demonetizing my videos, and I just feel like I cannot catch a break in this new year. And I mean, things are kind of starting to settle down. I mean, I guess a little bit. I think the only like really good thing that happened so far this year is I did get a raise at work, so that's really exciting. I was not expecting a raise, but I did get one. Other really good thing is Avril's, you know, dental and health and everything all looks really good. Jackal has his upcoming appointment at the end of April, just for like his checkup and whatnot, because he is going to be 13 years old in June. 13. Can you guys believe it? Like, it feels like just yesterday, you know, Jackal was like 2 years old, and now he's going to be 13. Ugh, it is just absolutely wild. Okay, next I'm just gonna put some hard candy black kohl liner just on my waterline. Like I said, I don't want this video to like be me complaining the whole time. Like things are starting to calm down again now, but it was just kind of one of those things like, why the heck is 2023 testing me so hard right now? Like, what did I do wrong to the universe to be, you know, to have this happen to? Like, why? And it came at like the worst time, because I get really down mentally around like Christmas time and after Christmas time and stuff. So I already wasn't doing well. So to have that kind of thing happen, you know, while I wasn't doing well, it was a nightmare. But thankfully things are starting to calm down. Okay, I am going to do a really thick cat eye winged eyeliner on the top. I'm hoping that can maybe save this look, because right now I'm not feeling too confident. I'm just going to use my Hard Candy Marilyn Monroe liquid eyeliner, just in the black one. It's almost gone, and I'm really sad because I really like this eyeliner. All right, and I'm going to do this off camera so I can really concentrate and focus on what I'm doing. So I will be right back. Wish me luck, and let's hope we can save this look, because right now I absolutely hate it. So the eyeliner is done. I'm going to let that dry a little bit more, and I'm going to go back in with hors d'oeuvres, which, well, not back in. I have not used the shade yet, but I'm going to go in with this one up here. Hang on, this palette is really hard to manipulate. I'm going to go with this shade up here, and this I'm just going to sweep on the bottom lash line, just to kind of add a little bit more dimension and just kind of smoke it out a little bit. And now for eyelashes, I'm just going to curl them just a little bit. Okay, and I think for first, I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star approved mascara, and I'm just going to go in and do just a quick layer on top of the lashes just to get them a little bit warmed up, and then we're going to go in with a different mascara, because I like to use a bunch of different mascaras when I do my lashes, because I am a weirdo. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. Love this mascara so much. And I'm just going to do this over top of the mascara that we already put on, just to really kind of build it. Here are the eyes with the mascara on. I think the mascara made it look a little bit better, but it's still like, yeah, I'm not like too big of a fan of it. I think I put it too close to the brow bone. I cut the crease too high. We're just gonna rock this today. I'm not going anywhere. It's Sunday. I'm just having a filming day. And I know like everything I'm saying is very much first world problems. Like there are people out there who have it way worse than I do, and I'm very blessed for what I have. I'm very grateful for what I have. It's just been very overwhelming, like trying to get my mental health back down to a place where I don't feel like I'm drowning in just this endless abyss of darkness, and then all of this stuff happening and piled on top of it. It's just been very overwhelming to me, and I've just been trying to get myself back to some sort of level of happiness, which is something I really struggle with. I really do struggle with just being happy, and I think a lot of people are like that. It's been a struggle. We're getting there. The other thing I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about is my YouTube channel is dying. This is something that I've been noticing. This is something that has been affecting me, and not only me, but a bunch of other creators as well. And I've been noticing it a lot more lately, and it's just been kind of making me a little bit sad, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. Before, I'm just going to go in and highlight my inner corners, and I think I'm going to take like the tiniest bit of this shade right here. It is this really bright white, and this one is called Cut the Cake. I'm just going to take the tiniest amount of that. That shadow is really, really soft. Like, just lightly dipping into it, it's like disintegrating. Holy shit. For what the eyes look like all finished up, we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We used 7 shades out of this whole palette, and the pigmentation was really good. They blended really nicely. I just don't like this specific style that I decided to do today. I'm just not that big of a fan of it. So we're just going to go in and finish up the rest of the face. I already have my bronzer on, so I'm just going to go in and blush really quick. And I think the blush I'm going to use today is one that I've literally had for 10 years, but it still works fine, and like, it's fine. It's this one by Laura Mercier. Gosh, I have had this thing for so long. And this is in the shade Rose Bloom, as you can see right there. Just a really nice, you know, neutral pink blush, just to give myself some color. Okay, and then for highlighter, I'm going to go in with this Jeffree Star Cosmetics Platinum Ice Skin Frost Pro Palette. And I'm going to use the shade, I think I'm going to go in with this one down here. It's called Pink Chill. Just kind of put that. And I'm also mixing in a little bit of Ice Cold on top right here. Just kind of mixing these two together. Or, I'm sorry, Pink Chill and Ice Cold. And then for my lips, I'm just going to do something really, really nude. I think I want to use Mannequin by Jeffree Star, but first I'm going to line my lips. And for that, I'm just going to use the lip liner by Deck of Scarlet. Gosh, I've had this for forever as well. If it'll focus. Hello. There we go. Just going to use this Deck of Scarlet lip liner, and this is in the shade Foxy. And then over top of that, I'm going to use Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mannequin. Then over top of that, I'm going to use a little tiny bit of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Supreme Gloss. This is also in the shade Mannequin. And I'm just going to lightly... I absolutely love this lip color so much. Mannequin is a really, really good shade. I really like it. So here is the face all complete using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Star Wedding palette. I'm going to set my face, let my hair down, and then we can finish talking about my dying YouTube channel. So, yeah, I'll be right back. So I am all put together now. I put in some plugs here. I just thought they would be really fun. Put my hair up, put my bangs down, and the makeup look actually looks a lot better because my bangs are covering how awful it is. So yeah, here it is here. Really quickly before we get into, you know, some more deeper shit, I like this palette. I think it's nice. Do I like the look that I decided to do with it today? No. But the shadows that I did use today were really good. I really liked them. I thought they performed really, really well. So yeah, my YouTube channel is dying. I'm sure maybe a few of you, or a lot of you, or none of you have maybe heard some YouTubers talking about how their channel is dying, YouTube is dying, views aren't normal for them, etc., etc., etc. And I have also noticed that with my channel as well, probably the last like 8 months or so, I've noticed quite a decline in, you know, my engagement, my views, just everything in my analytics just shows that my channel is very slowly yet quickly going into like a downward spiral. And, you know, for the longest time I thought it was just me, and then I was watching other YouTubers and they were talking about, you know, the same things about how, you know, their YouTube channel isn't where it was supposed to be. And I was also dealing with a lot of like revenue errors. There was like huge dips in my revenue, and even still to this day, my revenue has gone down about 39% as to what it normally is. Now, that could mean a number of things. Like February and March of every single year since I've started my YouTube channel have always been my worst months. But usually I was doing really, really well on YouTube. And lately, within the last 8 months or so, everything has just kind of slowly gone down. And a few people have told me like, hey, like your views aren't where they're supposed to be. Like they used to be a lot higher, or your content used to be a lot more interesting, yada, yada, yada. And I feel like it is kind of my fault why my channel is dying a little bit, because my job outside of YouTube has taken quite a bit of my energy and time away from YouTube, and I haven't had the time to really dedicate like sitting down and filming new content and being creative with my content, because either I'm at work and I can't, or I have a day off and I'm so absolutely tired and sore that I don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of that is my fault, and I feel like I really need to kind of find myself again and kind of get back into my roots again with YouTube. But I feel like even then it won't do much, because there's also this new thing with YouTube. And right around the time when like the adpocalypse hit, there was this new algorithm pushed. And basically the only way that you could get yourself into that algorithm so that your videos could be pushed into the system so people could see them and the watch page, or when you search for them, yada yada, you basically had to like follow certain trends, you had to engage in a certain way, you had to have certain tags or titles or thumbnail styles. Like the only way you could get your videos pushed into the algorithm. And I just can't keep up with things like that, because I can't afford to just do YouTube as a job. There is no freaking way. I mean, the money that I do make on YouTube is immensely helpful to me and my life and my bills and things like that. But there's no way I could just support myself on YouTube. And I've been doing this for a really long time, and I have never ever gotten to that point where other YouTubers have, where you know, they could quit their full-time job, or you know, buy a new house just with their YouTube earnings. I have never ever experienced or gotten to that point. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they did follow their certain trends to get into the algorithm and all that. I just don't have the patience and the time for that, because YouTube used to be a space where you could just upload a video and like people would see it. You know what I mean? Now you have to like jump through all of these hoops just to get your videos pushed out there into the world, and it's honestly quite exhausting, and it makes me just not want to do it. So, and another thing that I heard, and that is going through the grapevine, and that what YouTube emails have been kind of alluding to, is the TikTok short form content is really what is in right now. Like that is the demand. So you'll notice ever since TikTok got really popular, it was Instagram Reels, it was YouTube Shorts, things like that. Well, lately YouTube Shorts, they are encouraging creators more and more to take advantage of the shorts, making more shorts, because short form content is better than long form content. I disagree. I have always been someone who likes longer form content. Don't get me wrong, I love watching TikToks and stuff, but when it comes to like me sitting down, I love putting on a good long YouTube video. Like that is just what I enjoy. And a lot of my own personal videos here on my channel are also long form content. This also kind of explains why my views are so low. You know, people aren't seeing my videos. Like I'll have people message me saying, are you ever gonna come back to YouTube? And I'm like, what do you mean? I've been uploading every 4 days for the last month. And they'll be like, really? I haven't seen any of your videos and I'm subscribed to you. You know, things like that. And I've been getting that a lot more lately. And after what I heard, it makes a lot of sense. So I heard that YouTube will no longer push your videos into the algorithm unless you start participating in shorts. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, and I know that sounds so unlikely and so stupid, but it's the truth, because this is what YouTube does all the frickin' time. All the time. The only way you can get yourself on the trending page is if you follow the trends and the analytics and all this stuff. Like, you basically have to do what YouTube tells you to do in order to be successful, have your videos seen, get on the trending page, show up in search results. Okay, when it comes to like the whole YouTube Shorts and TikTok thing, I tried doing TikTok. I mean, nothing serious, just stupid like cringy dances and stuff like that. I tried to do that, okay? I don't like it. I don't like editing short little videos that have to like sync up and cut scenes and da-da-da. I can't stand doing that on my little phone. I can't ever understand it. The editing is so incredibly hard to me. So when it comes to YouTube Shorts, which is basically like TikTok, I don't want to do it because I don't want to put that kind of stress on myself to do those kind of things. I'm not good at it, first of all. I'm not creative enough to do that, second of all. And I just don't want to. Like, I just want to upload YouTube videos and I just want to like enjoy it and have fun with it and stuff like that. But they're saying that, you know, hey, if you don't start doing shorts, you know, we're not going to push your videos out. And it's been showing. Like, I uploaded a body jewelry haul a while ago, and what would normally get, you know, a few thousand views, which is what's normal for me, I guess, it only got not even 2,000 views. And I was just kind of like, damn, dude. Like, I use my weekends, my time away from work to film these videos, to edit them, to upload them, and YouTube is just like, nah, we're not gonna show her videos. Like, she's not trendy, she's not this, she's not doing shorts, blah blah blah. And that's how YouTube is. And it's really, really kind of sad. And I did an experiment the other day where I pulled up an incognito tab, I went to YouTube, and I typed in tongue piercing, and I hit enter. You could not find any of my videos, none of them. And then I did like Jeffree Star Cosmetics makeup look. You guys know I've done hundreds of those. Hit enter. You couldn't find any of my videos, none of them. And I was just like, damn, like, damn. It's really freaking sad. It is really sad. And I just kind of was like, well, you know, it is what it is, because there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to conform to what YouTube wants me to do. If I'm not having fun doing it, I don't want to do it. I don't enjoy making TikToks or shorts or things. I don't enjoy doing that stuff. The idea of it sounds fun, but actually doing it, I'm so unhappy every time and I don't want to do it. So that's like, you know, it's whatever. And people are like, oh, like, why are your views so low? It's just how it is, guys. And it's not just me, it's other YouTubers too. But if you go to a YouTube channel and you look at their views from 2 years ago compared to now, everyone is just on this decline, and it's sad. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, what do I want to do? Like, is this worth it anymore? You know, my channel is dying. I've had this channel for over 10 years. You know, nothing lasts forever. Is it time to just give it up? And I was like, no, it's not. The views, at the end of the day, they don't bother me too much. I mean, does it suck? Yeah, it does. Sometimes it bothers me. But it doesn't bother me too much. It's not, you know, the end of the world. The revenue, that really sucks. You know, that it's gone down so much. But that's not why I started my YouTube channel. The views, the money, the algorithms, getting pushed, that's not why I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel because it was fun for me. I oddly, for some reason, really enjoy talking to a camera. And it was just fun, you know? So I was like, you know what? Like, I don't even care. I'm gonna keep doing this because I enjoy doing it. And I know I have, you know, a few OGs that have been with me from the very beginning that still enjoy watching my videos when they can find them, when they show up in people's subscription boxes. And I'm gonna keep doing it for that reason. You know, I'm not gonna keep doing it to get rich, because that's never gonna happen. I'm not gonna keep doing it until I get millions of views. That's not gonna happen. You know, I'm not gonna do this so I can hopefully be pushed into the algorithm. That's probably not gonna happen. Would it be nice? Yeah, it would be nice that my subscribers could see my videos or other people could discover my videos. You know, that would be chef's kiss. But it's probably not gonna happen because I'm not going to conform to what YouTube wants me to conform to. You know, it's the same with Instagram. Instagram Reels now, and that's all anybody ever uploads to Instagram now. And I still upload pictures. And you know what happened? I only get maximum 500 likes on a picture, whereas 2-3 years ago it would be 1,300. But because I'm not conforming and doing these Instagram reels, everything's going down. All because I won't conform to what social media wants. And I hate that. Like, can't we all just be on equal ground here on social media and just do what makes us happy? Is that so much to ask? You know what I mean? So yes, for those of you who have been leaving me those comments and asking me, yes, my YouTube channel is dying a little bit, but that is okay. I'm gonna keep doing this until it is fully underground, all right? So don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm definitely gonna be keeping my job outside of YouTube. It always worries me when I hear these people quitting their, W-2 jobs to do YouTube, because this is not a permanent thing. And the YouTube revenue that we make, it varies every single month. Like, sometimes you're gonna have a really good month, and then other months you're gonna be like, I guess I have to pick which bills I'm gonna pay this month. Like, it's never like consistent, okay? Everything with YouTube is like this. So if you don't quit your job, because YouTube is not it's not going good. It's not going good. I still enjoy making videos. Is it a little bit embarrassing? Yeah, it is. Just from like a societal standpoint, like, oh, you have 252,000 subscribers and your videos get 1,500 views. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Oh my God, how long has that been there? Has that been there the whole time? Stop it right now. I swear to God, if that has been there the whole time, I just embarrassed myself even more. But yeah, I've just been dealing with all of that stuff. I've been in touch with creator support. I've been in touch with YouTube on Twitter. And I'm not gonna get anywhere with them, to be honest. I just kind of have to just wait out this storm and just kind of ride it out and hope for the best. That is okay. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I just wanted to talk about, some of the comments I've been getting and just some of the things I've personally noticed, and just talk about my life in general. Fingers crossed that this spring and summer are good ones. Let's all send out positive, good vibes for this spring and summer. Let's manifest good things for the rest of this year, because the beginning of this year has just not been good to me. It has not been good to me at all. I think I have blabbered on for quite enough time now. I think it is time for me to end this video here. I am sorry that this was a full video of me ranting and complaining about my life. First world problems, I know. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this whole sit down, get ready with me, chit chat, talk about my screwed up life, first world problems, ranting and complaining for however long this video is. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please go down and give this video a huge thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to my channel and you are somehow seeing this video out into the YouTube universe, please go down and hit that red subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. But here's the test. Here's the test. So I showed these in a body jewelry video on my channel. Did you guys see this video? Probably not. Probably not, because this was a recent video. Have you guys seen it? Guarantee half of you haven't. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.